Networking events and career fairs can be a great way for you to land a job in the cloud industry, but you need to know what rules to follow to make the most of these events. Today, we're going to talk about my 5 golden rules that gives you the best chance of securing a job through networking events. So give this video a like if you're excited to learn more. Before we get started though, there's a prerequisite that I'd like you to be aware of. If you go to networking events without doing this one thing, you are very unlikely to be successful. The one thing you need to do before attending any networking event is to make sure you have made yourself as employable as possible. Now, what does this mean? This means that you should have done as much work as possible to improve your technical skills and also improve your communication skills, because you want to be the kind of person that someone else is excited to recommend to their company. I recently interviewed a senior solutions architect at AWS who actually got her start in tech through a careers fair. She got this offer because she'd done a lot of work to make herself employable. She'd improved her technical skills, she was a great communicator, and she just made herself an all-round great candidate that encouraged the recruiter to recommend her to the role. If you're interested in that video, a link will appear somewhere on the screen. I definitely encourage you to give that a watch. I'm always surprised by how many people have not put in the work to make themselves employable. This means that when opportunities come up, they're not in a position to take advantage of it. Now you might be asking, what does it mean to be employable? It means that you've spent a lot of time understanding cloud fundamentals. It means that you've completed high quality cloud projects with Linux, Bash, CI/CD, Terraform, Python, Git, and much more. It means that you have a well-structured resume that stands out to recruiters and highlights your skills, experiences, and projects. It means that you feel comfortable talking about your experiences in a way that impresses hiring managers. That's what it means to be employable. If you haven't done the groundwork and prepared for all of these, then you might just be wasting your time going to networking events because you haven't made yourself employable. If you want to learn cloud fundamentals, complete high quality cloud projects, and perfect your resume writing and interviewing techniques, then head over to cloudcareermentor.com and check out what we offer. If you want to learn cloud fundamentals, complete high quality cloud projects, improve your interview skills and resume writing skills, then head over to cloudcareermentor.com to get started. Or if you'd like a free guide that walks you through the 3 simple steps you need to take to improve your chances of getting that cloud job, check out the free guide that I've created. Link is in the description below. Okay, now that we've got all of that out of the way, let's learn about the 5 golden rules you can use to be successful at any networking event. Let's go. If you've been to networking events in the past, you know they can be quite intimidating spaces. You're not sure who you can approach to strike up a conversation with, and as humans, we have a deeply ingrained fear of rejection. Understanding this brings me to my first golden rule, which is to be brave. Early in my career, I was really shy and lacked confidence. So when I went to networking events, I was always too nervous to approach people, which kind of defeated the whole purpose of going to the networking event in the first place. Now that I have built up my confidence, I'm able to approach anyone at any event and just, say hello and talk to them. And I've realized one secret. And the secret is that no one's judging you. Everyone's just there to have a good time and meet people as well. So there's no reason to feel shy or nervous. Just approach people and know that they want to talk to you. So don't be like the younger me. Challenge yourself to go up to people, even if you don't feel confident enough. You will be really surprised by the responses and you'll realize that you had nothing to worry about in the first place. Another interesting thing I noticed at networking events is that beginners always feel more comfortable talking to other beginners as opposed to maybe more senior cloud engineers or even senior recruiters, which is surprising because the senior people are the ones more likely to give you a cloud job in the first place. So even if it feels daunting or scary, make sure you walk up to that recruiter and say hello. Make sure you walk up to that senior cloud engineer or senior solutions architect and say hello. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't mix it with your peers. There's a real value with networking with people who are on a similar journey to you, but also make sure you're talking with people who are ahead of you because they're the ones in a position to help lift you up. Now that we've got you talking to people and having a nice time, you might be wondering, what can I say to get someone interested in me or to take me seriously or to build a good rapport with them? Don't worry, the solution is really simple. All you need to do is be curious and friendly. That's it. Curious and friendly. One of the key things in being curious and friendly is remembering to smile. When you approach people, always approach with a smile. This is a really simple thing that a lot of people forget to do because they're really nervous, which is understandable. I found that I've been able to put myself in a good mood simply by smiling. Try it now. Smile. By smiling, you not only put yourself in a good mood, you also put everyone else around you in a good mood as well. So make sure you smile because smiling is contagious. You might also be wondering, what do I say to people when I approach them? So one thing you need to bear in mind is that the number one thing people like to talk about is themselves. So asking them interesting questions about themselves is always a good way to break the ice. Ask them how their week has been going. Ask them how they got into the cloud industry. You can ask what they enjoy the most about working in the cloud, or even what interesting projects or challenges they faced in their career. All of these questions help them to talk about themselves, share their experiences with you, and helps to build rapport. It also shows them that you are interested in who they are as people and also what they do. I heard this quote recently that went something like this: if you want to be interesting, then be interested. By showing an interest in other people, they will also find you interesting as well. So make sure you show an interest in other people. Give this video a like if you're resonating with what I'm saying right now. One of the traps I fell into early in my career at networking events is that I was always too shy to talk about my own experiences. I was really good at asking questions, but really bad about talking about myself. And this brings me nicely to the third golden rule. Don't be shy to talk about your own experiences. Most times when you ask people questions, they're also very likely to ask you the same questions, so make sure you're prepared to answer them. At the start of this video, I gave you some prerequisites to follow to be employable. So you should have already done that groundwork. You should have already done high quality cloud projects. You should already know the cloud fundamentals. So this is your chance to talk about that knowledge and talk about all those experiences. So when they inevitably ask about what projects you've done, you can talk about that auto scaling project you did, or that AWS Lambda EC2 instance scheduling project that you did, or how you were able to create a multi-environment pipeline. These are all projects we cover in the Cloud Career Mentor and more. So again, if you're interested, go check it out at cloudcareermentor.com. I have also made a video called the 9 high quality cloud projects to get you hired. So check that out. It should be appearing on your screen. You want to be able to casually talk about all the high quality projects you've done, because that signals to potential employers that you've put in the work and you will be a great asset to their team. The next rule is a very important one. It's also a rule that most people forget to do, and that is, if you have a really good conversation with somebody at the event, make sure you connect with them on social media, especially LinkedIn. There's no point in having a really good conversation if there's no way for get in touch with you if an opportunity comes up. This rule is in line with advice I give to a lot of the people I mentor. I tell them to always post about the projects they're doing on LinkedIn, as that way other people they've connected with, like potential recruiters, can see their progress, can see all the interesting things they're working on, and also it helps them to remain top of mind if an opportunity comes up. So connect with anyone you have an interesting conversation with on LinkedIn, but also make sure you're posting consistently on LinkedIn all the interesting things you're learning or all the projects you're working on. And always remember to follow up. A couple of days after the event, make sure you drop them a message saying something like, I really enjoyed talking to you at the event and I was really impressed with your journey. I am open to new job opportunities in the cloud. Do you know if your organizations are hiring? Do you know if there are any open positions in your organization? Really simple. You send them a message saying you really enjoyed getting to know them, and then you ask if there are any opportunities in their organization. Michael Jordan famously once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So make sure you ask. You never know, there might be an opportunity for you there. An added bonus tip here is to like and comment on any post they make. Again, that way you're top of mind if an opportunity ever comes up. The final rule I have for you is a really short one, but I think it's also one of the most important, and that is have fun at the event. you're going to go to multiple networking events where you may or may not get results from. To make the most of this, you need to treat it like a fun event where you're excited to meet people, excited to make connections, rather than a high pressure situation where if you don't get a job, then the event was a waste of time. Because when you treat it as a fun event, you're more likely to attract people to you because you're having a good time and people like to be around others who have a good time. And by doing that, it makes it easier to make connections, which could lead to future opportunities. So make sure you're having fun. So to summarize, the 5 golden rules for being successful at networking events are: be brave, so don't be shy to talk to people; be curious and friendly; share your experiences; make sure you follow up; and enjoy the event. These are the 5 golden rules. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and give this video a like. It encourages me to make more like it. And if you would like to make yourself as employable as possible, why not check out cloudcareermentor.com, where you can get access to high quality cloud projects, great templates for writing resumes, and great techniques for impressing hiring managers with your interview technique. Make sure you give the video a like if you found it interesting. Why not try one of these videos? You could try that one or that one. I think this one's my favorite. No, this one. Watch this one. Just pick one of them. All right. See you later.